What is grace of God? The Vedic version. Diamond discussed. Sri Ramakrishna says to render service, to render services to the cause of the humanity without having the least selfish motive is required for visualizing God. To start with another saying of Sri Ramakrishna, where he spoke out to an eminent and well-respected devotee of high order. Well, with all your exertion and attempts, God cannot be visualized without His grace. Grace means spontaneous revelation, which is tantamount to the Vedic principle God flourishes in His body, wherein He desires to manifest. Another of Sri Ramakrishna's speech is added here, which bears the same character as grace. If God, out of His grace, frees Himself from the body, then there is liberation. To render services to the humanity is the noblest pursuit, but with all its best, it will not enable a man either to visualize God or to attain Godhood. Innumerable are the examples from the days of yore and up to the date where we find the noblest spirits of the mankind laid down their wealth, life, and everything dear to them for the services to the humanity. But all this did not enable them to attain this paravidya, the spontaneous establishment of oneness which this Vedic truth creates, evinces, and distributes through the agency of the five elements. Here it is spoken of the effect and not the process, with their scientific proof of minute character. But effect is to be accepted as cause. There is no agency in the world which may enable a man to visualize God or to attain Godhood, that is paravidya of the Vedas, save and except by automation. The difference between individualism and universalism. Diamond discussed. In individual experience, an aspirant after visualizing God becomes God, but as his Godhood remains confined in him, and furthermore it is indistinct, and it fails to bring satisfaction even so far as it may be looked upon as a passing idea, as no substantiation of it follows. So, Sri Ramakrishna was of opinion that ego or I-ness never dies, and his instruction was to pass one's days by becoming a servant to God. But of course, an imagination as no God would come to him to partake of the food offered to him. Yes, ego or I-ness gets extinct when universalism follows after attainment of Godhood. I am all the humanity. One remains and there is no two. Natural death of the individual ego or I-ness follows, and in the language of Sri Ramakrishna, the rascal is gone and gone for good, leaving the universal I in eternal ambrosia, and in the language of Swami Vivekananda, establishing this universal I in an eternal bliss. The Vedic truth as manifested in Diamond. Diamond discussed the very Vedic truth as experienced in one's life is going to be related with its full-fledged form, how it works in a man, and what experiences are made when the goal is attained. It is personal experiences narrated, and thus it is truth, and the veracity of this personal truth will be corroborated when it becomes universal as spoken in the Vedas. By the form of the experienced man, it proves its own truth, and this form will appear within the body of innumerable men, women, and children. It is meant for each and every man, boy and old alike. It is en masse, as the attainer of the supreme light in the cerebrum is the universal Elahom. It is this, I am the perfect and the supreme one. The ancient Vedic rishis experienced this very truth in the days of yore, and with an open heart they vested this heritage to the human race. Even today, to our utter astonishment and bewilderment, we find the very same heritage winding its course in every human heart to burst out like a midday sun, to illuminate the globe, and to shower the world of bliss over the human race by uniting them into one and oneness. By personal experiences, as well as by bearing the proof of the oneness, it passes unchallenged, as it is experienced by the person himself. By these personal experiences, the challenger becomes a witness to the veracity of the Vedic truth. Nay, not an idle witness, but becomes an active announcer. No, it is not confined here. Shvetashvatara Upanishad announces, let a man attain this Brahmahood of the Supreme One, and in the immediate succession follows the Vedic truth. That is, thousands and thousands of people will see him, that is, the attainer of the Brahmahood, in his living human form, that is, the very identical form of the attainer within them, and speak out the wonderful statement of the Vedic truth. The Vedic truth is meant for the whole human race. It is not confined to any ism. It is the cosmic law of the mankind, which conducts him in each and every second of his life. Nay, it is the very vibration and the breathing of his heart. It evinces that the Vedas are not the monopoly of the Hindus alone. And again, it is not confined to any race and in India alone. It is meant for the lowliest of the low and the highest of the high. It pervades the globe from one end to the other. And now, how this most wonderful miracle takes place in a man is related. The Vedic law runs thus, and thus this man, rising from the lower plane to the seventh plane, attains the supreme light, and by his own form, made of God's light, appears within myriads of people to prove his attainment of Brahmahood, as he is the perfect and the supreme one. The attainer himself will also see almost all within himself, whosoever will come in contact with him, as has been mentioned in Kaivalya Upanishad. The attainer of Brahmahood will be seen by all in them, in their own bodies, and he himself will see all in him, that is within his own body. And there is nothing furthermore. This is one is all, and all is one, that is pantheism. This is the most mysterious feature of the miracle, as it is nothing but the most insurmountable miracle for one man to be seen by myriads of men as long as he lives. Now the question of solving the mystery and bringing out its nature in the daylight is left to the scientists. To achieve the supreme cult, there is no need of sacrificing women and wealth. The Vedic sages led family lives. On 8th March 1959, Diamond discussed, in this religious world, this quote, sacrifice women and wealth. Can you tell me from where this has come? Buddha left his 9 miles long kingdom as well as his wife. From that period, this quote has entered into the religious world. That is about 2,500 years ago. If you say why, Upanishad has also mentioned about this sacrifice. But those were introduced after Buddha's era, though it is very difficult to understand this. Look at the life of Rishi Jaggavalka. He had a pair of wives, though he was a Brahmavid who has known the Supreme Being. However, look at us. There is no question of any kind of sacrifice. Where is the proof? You are the proof. Have you come here after sacrificing everything? You are leading the most ordinary life as other commoners. As I used to say, that you are Brahmavid, that means knower of Brahma. So this knowledge of the Supreme Being does not arise according to their theory. But still it happened here and proves that the question of sacrifice does not stand. This oneness is the birthright of every human being. From Buddha's era we find the reference of monk life. Before that, do you find any such reference? No. Those rishis or munis were family men. They used to achieve the supreme cult within their family lives. Ashtavakra Samhita has mentioned so wonderfully about family men and non-family men. He has mentioned that those who have lust and desire, they are family men, and those who are devoid of any lust and desire, they are non-family men. Establishment of the state of Brahmahood or Supreme Being. On May 3, 1959, Diamond said, I am asking you 4 questions. Answer it. Number 1. What is the phenomenon which has manifested here. Is it religion or something else? 2. How is it happening? 3. For what purpose it is happening? And 4. Who is doing this? Without having any answer, he said, see, it is a truth that you see me within you, and it is established on materialistic theory. The spontaneous manifestation of your life power is my form. This is not an imagination, but a spontaneous evolution. It is therefore truth. Go to the past as you wish. Even to the Vedic era or prehistoric age, had any such phenomenon been manifested ever? In Vedas we find only a result, and many questions may arise on it, but to see me is beyond any of these questions. I am a living human being. There is no reference in the past that such innumerable people, irrespective of religion, sexes, and ages, see me within the body. You cannot therefore place it under any category of any scriptures, and so you cannot call it a religion. Rather, you can call it the spontaneous evolution of human life power. My number 2 question is how it is happening. The proof has been established that my form is the life of human being which manifests with my appearance, and this is spontaneous. My number 3 question is for what purpose it is happening. See, Thakur Sri Ramakrishna is saying to Holy Mother Kali, Mother, take your divinity and sin, take your purity and impurity, take your goodness and evil. I could give away all, but could not give the truth. This means he could not give the truth. Sri Chaitanya also said the dates of Radha, that means body, could not be repaid. And what was shown to me? I was dreaming that there was a court, and in the chair of the judge, God Vishwakarma, that means God of Creator, was seated. He was saying in front of Thakur Sri Ramakrishna and me, there will be no two, only one will thrive. The explanation of this dream was also given by me, that ultimately dualism will be eradicated and oneness will persist. No, I will not call it oneness, rather I will call it Brahmahood. And this is the establishment of Brahmahood, that is man is Brahma or superior being. Mankind has an eternal craving, and this was not removed by anybody. There is an eternal question of mankind. Who am I? Now you can understand why this phenomenon has occurred. To give mankind the knowledge of own self. So long human being lived with this knowledge that I am this body. Then they have seen me within their bodies and acquired the knowledge that I am not this body, but have seen a person who is eternal. And after seeing me within you, the door of your knowledge is opening day by day. So many scholars are present here. Can you answer that the meaning of the scriptures and sacred books you did previously, and now how are you getting the opposite meanings? This means that so long you were engaged with the literal meaning, and now you have got the inner sense, which is the spontaneous evolution of life power. My 4th question is, who is doing it? I can keep you mum by saying that I am doing it. Yes, I am doing it. But now the question is whether I am doing it with my knowledge? No, not at all. This is happening without my knowledge. But it is a truth that this phenomenon is happening through my body. You can ask, where is the proof? The proof is there. Then why this has not happened before my birth?